Hi, it's Elaine from Penguin Place Crafts. And this is sort of Temu Tuesday a day late because I didn't have this ready for yesterday. But a couple of weeks ago, I placed an order from Temu and I ordered 4 different kits, crochet kits. It comes in this nice little box. Can't really tell what it is from the box, but it is a kit to make 2 dinosaurs. Woohoo! They say Ankylosaurus. I think it's a Stegosaurus. So I started it last night. I think like right after Wheel of Fortune, Jeopardy. Worked on it for a few hours last night. Worked on it a little bit this morning. And there is my first of the dinosaurs. Now I have plenty of yarn left. Let's turn it this way so you can see a little bit more of it. I have plenty of yarn left to make another one for the other pink one. It's a pink one with darker pink. Let's see, the pink yarn up here, the darker pink there for the spots, and the purple over there for the spikes. So that'll be on the agenda for the next day or two. So I like getting these kits because you get the yarn, you get the stuffing, you get a crochet hook, you get stitch markers and a needle. Now this yarn needle, it's shorter than most. So that comes in really handy when you're trying to sew on tiny little parts. And once you're done with your bag of Temu yarn, you can go order more yarn and make up some more. Like this guy ends up maybe 5 inches long. And this is a thin yarn, like a sport weight yarn. And you're using, I think, a bee hook. I don't have readers on, and I can't find where it says. Oh, it says down there, I think. Never mind. I'll tell you later. I'll put it up here when I'm editing with readers on. Okay, so it turns out about 5 inches long when you make it. His head's sort of tilted. That's just the way he is. When you make it with the yarn that they provide. But you could go on Temu and order some worsted weight yarn. My favorite is this silky yarn. It comes in a 6-pack, but that's no problem because I love that yarn. I would get probably like a pink, because I like pink dinosaurs. I have 4 granddaughters. I like pink dinosaurs. I like pink stuff. I'd like to get the 6-pack of the pink and then make up all this stuff in the pink and use the leftover from this for making the spikes or the dots or stuff like that. Or you could really go big. You could get Temu's yarn that is sort of like the blanket yarn, the super bulky, and then you'd probably have like a 1-foot-long dinosaur. I want to try that. I've got yarns like that around here. I got yarn stashed all over from old Temu orders from shopping trips. Yep. I want to make him in worsted weight and in a bulky weight. See how he turns out. But you know, this kit was only $9.21 to make 2 dinosaurs. Now, you know, you could go on Etsy and buy somebody's pattern for $5 and then buy a skein of worsted weight yarn, and then you'd have to buy another skein. Well, you'd probably have little scraps, but you're going to spend more than $9 if you're going around and buying all the stuff piecemeal. This all comes in one kit, so that's why I like these kits. They're such fun. It's like an adventure. You get a kit, Ta-da! Get to make it up. So, will I buy more Temu kits? Yeah, I will. I will. There's still some I've got my eyes on. Even though I've got 3 more that I need to finish up. And then there's one out by the chair from like a month ago that I haven't finished yet. Life has been crazy with the 2 big craft shows and other stuff going on, and I going back to work for 2 weeks. So I'm just starting to catch up again. I like this guy. Isn't he cute? Okay, I did make a few changes. They want you to do your round, slip stitch, chain 1. I just kept going in continuous rounds because that's the way I learned to do amigurumi. And oh, do you see? He's got little toenails. You embroider on little toenails. What was the other? One thing I would recommend is you sew on 2 big spots and 3 little spots on each side. I would suggest you sew on the big spots first because it's easier to squeeze the little spots in. On this side, I put the little spots on. No? This side. This side, I put the little spots on first. And then I sort of had problems finding a place for the big spots. So for this guy, I put the big spots on first. Then, okay, little spots followed. And on their picture, their spikes, let's see if I can get this so it's not so, okay. Their spikes only went down to about here. And they said in the instructions that your spikes should have 2 stitches between them. Well, when I positioned it, I thought I had 2 stitches between, 2 rows between, but it's like 1, 2, 3. So then I had to put the next one a little further apart so that they were evenly next one. So I ended up with my spikes going all the way down the tail, which I think is just as cute. But I guess I have to be a little more careful about spacing them close together. There is a lot of sewing. If you're one of those people who hates sewing, sorry, you're not going to like this guy. Because although the head and the body are made in one piece, you've got the tail to sew on. All 4 legs get sewn on. And then you've got 10 spots and 5 spikes. So 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 21 pieces to sew together. But it turns out so cute. Yeah. Okay, that's it. In the description, I will put a link for this kit. I will put a link for the my favorite yarn. And I will put a link for some of their bulky yarn that this guy would be cute worked up in. But I wish I could say I was going out to my chair to play with yarn and make up the other guy. But I have a dentist appointment after lunch. So I have to go have some lunch and go to a dentist appointment. I'd much rather be playing with yarn. Maybe I could take some yarn with me and play with yarn while I'm waiting in the waiting room. I usually do. If I have a doctor's appointment, a dentist appointment, anything where blood work, if there's anything where there's the possibility that I might end up waiting for a while, I take a yarn bag with me. Even like if my husband is driving, I've got a yarn bag. So I should have worn my t-shirt that says, if I can't take my yarn, I'm not going. I'm going to have some new t-shirts to show soon. I splurged, did some shopping after the Street Fest. So I love t-shirts that have crafty sayings on them. So, okay, Mr. Stegosaurus and I say bye-bye.